Well, I guess it'd be about time to get this warmed up and going. Oh, now, how be this get to working again?
Press the button.
Which
no,
button?
No, not that one.
Not this
the
one.
left.
That one.
No, your other left.
This other one.
Oh,
Which one are you talking about?
I meant the right. No,
What
but not
are you-
that big red one. The
This
other
way.
red button.
Not-
Just not the big, happy, shiny one.
You mean the one I just pushed?
Yeah, for crying out
Oh,
loud. You
right.
don't know what you're doing.
I know
For the
perfectly
love
well
of
what I'm
Pete,
doing.
Not that button. Oh,
I-
for crying out loud.
D-
You just sit here on your patootie. You play
Well,
with your buttons. I go make coffee.
You do that, but don't slam the door. Well, here it be, once again, we be coming round the clock time. What I be meaning by that? I be meaning that you had to play with your clocks. I be hoping that a number of ye out there be doing a nice practical joke to your friends. We're supposed to spring forward by an hour. But here is a grand opportunity to convince your friends with great conviction that actually it be not going ahead by an hour, but back by an hour. That way they be truly can puzzle come by morning time. And I know with all the fancy thingamabobbers out there, with the computers and all of that, the joke doesn't work as well as it used to. But there's a possibility you still can be pulling it off, and thereby it's your responsibility to be doing that to thine friends. For if you don't, you're not a true friend. Aye, another grand joke to do but twice a year, and they're changing the clocks forward and backwards. Aye, one of you out there said, you know what exactly I be saying, or getting ready to be about to say. I be saying that the grand thing is to do what? Do exactly what? Sneak into your friend's house, or go and just trying to be friendly, and reset all their clocks for them, before or after they do. It's a truly wonderful and nice thing to do. Go in, change their, alarm clocks, that kind of stuff. Be truly helpful. Aye, you wouldn't want them getting all messed up in their times, now would ye? Be a true friend and help those out that you love. Now let's go on to another subject. That be Grandpa and Jones' daylight savings time. Aye, we got daylight savings. We got Pi Day coming up this week, so we'll be celebrating Pi Day. And coming up next week be St. Patrick's Day. St. Patty's Day. Aye. All of this coming up, throughout the show this week, that week, and a little bit of everything. And we'll throw in some other stuff, and hopefully we'll get some calls on the request line. 323-HEAP-HO. That'd be 323-432-8346. You can text or call the request line, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now, as I promised, Grandpa Jones with daylight savings time. Welcome back, me mateys. Welcome back. I hope you're in for a grand time.
Get up, Grandpa. Don't you know it's daylight saving time?
Yeah, I know it. I don't know who in the world ever got it up. It don't do nobody a bit of good. For years and years, folks got along with an old grandfather's clock, or just a common old sundial sitting out on a rock. Then the dollar watch, it had its day, and the wristwatch, it was fine. Then along came a man that ruined us all with daylight saving time. I'm a-hunting that man who first thought up daylight saving time. Until he moved the clocks around, everything was a-going fine. But I guess he's hid and won't come out. He knows he's out of line. I get up late, have to wait, can't keep it straight. Who did he hate? I mean the man that first thought up daylight saving time. His followers all will argue that they've gained an hour of light by moving all the clocks around, but I can't see they're right. The sun still rises just the same and sets just as before. If they'd rise 60 minutes early, maybe they'd have an hour more. So why not leave the clocks alone so folks won't be confused? Let them hit the floor an hour before if it's daylight that they choose. I'm a-hunting that man who first thought up daylight saving time. If he will prove why the clocks will move, then I'll admit it's fine. I've twisted my old clock around till it ain't worth a dime. I'm a counting sheep, losing sleep, get up late, miss the date. Couldn't get there in a Cadillac 8. Try as they will, they'll never gain with daylight saving time.
You just bought. You get your little fanny perpendicular and get ready for school.
I'm not going to school.
What do you mean you're not going to school?
Just what I said. I'm not going to school.
And why not?
Because I'm sick. That's why not.
Sick? You're sick, all right. What's wrong with you now, Prince Charming?
I got an earache.
Earache, my eye. How would you like a butt ache? Now get your little fanny out of that bed and clean up this room. It looks like a pigsty. You hear me? All right, that's enough. That's enough. You pushed me far enough, young man. You're getting punished. Now stand up.
No.
I said stand up.
I let go of my hair, man.
Now, young man, I have talked to you and talked to you and talked to you till I'm blue in the face, and I'm done talking to you.
Good. Does that mean you're done spitting on me, too?
Shut up. I'm not done talking to you. Now turn around and bend over.
Oh, what are you going to do, you pervert?
Pervert? Why you snotty nose? Shut up. I haven't even touched it yet. Now I want you to know this is going to hurt you a lot more than it's going to hurt me.
Oh, wow. That didn't even hurt.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, wow. What are you trying to do, tickle me?
Tickle you? Yeah, I'll tickle you.
Ow!
Oh, is that tickle, huh? Come on, round tickle. Come on, laugh it up, funny boy.
No more.
All right, now you gonna do what I tell you?
Yeah.
You gonna talk back to me?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, no.
All right. Now you get your clothes on and get your little butt ready for school. Right now, do you understand?
Yeah.
All right.
That there be Cheech and Chong with Hearake Me Eye, or My Eye, as it may be. The importance of knowing what time it is so you get to school on time. See, that young feller, he was worried about getting to school right on time. And so make sure to be helpful to those around ye, and make sure their clocks are set correctly. I think it'd be time for some George Carlin with things you never see or hear. Possible bit of mischievousness going on upon here.
There's a lot of things you never see, and you don't know you don't see them because you don't see them. You got to see something first to know you never saw it, then you see it and you say, hey, I never saw that. Too late, you just saw it. I know things you never see. You never see a Rolls Royce with a bumper sticker that says, happens. You never see a really big, tall, fat Chinese guy with red hair. You never see a wheelchair with a roll bar. You never see someone taking a shit while running at full speed. And you never see a picture of Margaret Thatcher strapping on a dildo. You never see it. It's one of those things you never see. Then there are some things you never hear. That makes sense. Some things you never hear. You never hear this. Dad, you really ought to drink more. Here's something you don't hear too often. Do what you want to the girl, but leave me alone. Here is something no one has ever heard, ever. As soon as I put this hot poker in my ass, I'm going to chop my dick off. You know why you never heard that? Right, no one ever said that. Which to me is the more amazing thing. No one ever thought to say that before tonight. I'm the first person in the world to put those words together in that particular order. First down, number one. Here's something you don't hear too often. Honey, let's sell the children, move to Zanzibar, and begin taking opium rectally. Mom, I got a big date tonight. Can I borrow a French tickler from you? Then there are some things you don't want to hear. Some things you just flat don't want to hear. You don't want to come home from work and hear, honey, remember how we told the children never to play on the railroad tracks? You don't want to be sitting in your doctor's office and hear this. Well, Jim, there's no reason why you shouldn't live another 20 to 30 years. However, you will be bleeding constantly from both eyes. Here's something I don't want to hear. I'm pregnant, you're the father, and I'm going to kill all three of us. Calm down, have some dip. Honey, it's the police. They have a search warrant, and the 300 kilos of cocaine are still sitting out in the living room. Here's something nobody wants to hear. Nobody wants to hear this. Try to think back to when this was appropriate to your life. You and your fiancé have been invited to your mom and dad's house for dinner for the first time. Halfway through dinner, your fiancé stands up and says, "I'll be right back. I gotta take a dump." There seems to be no really genteel way of announcing publicly a dump. And frankly, I'm not impressed with people who tell me what they're going to do when they go to the bathroom in the first place. Doesn't it bother you, people who announce that, "I'll be right back, I'm going to take a shit"? Never mind! Do what you have to do and leave me out of it!
Support ergonomic noodles for apathy. Structured clam dip produces a hexagonal surprise. Why must you use your horrible sock to nonchalantly levitate butter for the purpose of smuggling Frenchmen across the countertop? Are you mopping Jesus again? You can't bludgeon a sandwich with the same sandwich you're trying to bludgeon, no matter how much you resemble the naked happy super snail of pain and his magic puppet, Erwin the Insolent. Everything smells like either David Hasselhoff or members of his immediate entourage. I'll be gosh darned if I'm gonna swallow hot lubricated sandals to support that otternotcher and his famous incontinent show pony, no matter how much you gibber and somersault over your nun. We each know a loaf, and we each know another loaf, and yet here comes Willard. Unpleasantness and liverwurst go hand in hand like burglars and scones, twisted listlessly yet diabolically into the shapes of your favorite WWF superstars. Twist the nipples of the Antichrist and receive 5 prunes and a chisel. This trapezoid is full of rage, and also scrod. Ethel the transparent waitress has clearly eaten her last nostril and is squirming and exploding all over your stupid boat. Licking swastikas doesn't make you a muppet. We've all got ideas and sausages and sauerkraut and scoliosis and a crayon that's been up Betty White's nose, but we can't just sway in the potentially eggless sandbox while parkas copulate noisily and bloated frogmen lazily pick lint from the butt crack of the sunset. We have but 9 mustards and a mildly neutered buffalo with a throbbing infection that is neither erotic nor Paraguay. In a world devoid of catheters, I tap dance apathetically at the boobs of your ancestors as corn tinkles conically and Eddie finds a suspiciously hairless magnet. How dare you trade felt for obedience when your in-laws remain flammable? Though you measure your abstinence in toothbrush after toothbrush of warm barnacles and fat thermometers, mock not the absorbency of geese. There's no I in cucumber, there's no Q in incest, and there's no elevator in Ted Danson. Unfurl your inner kumquat, give rice pads and yogurt to the east, drizzle melted children from clam to clam, kicking ketchup and violating every available nugget with the balloon of your choice. Suffocate your indigestible tomahawk. I am never a carrot, and nobody molests my anti-brooding helmet. Stop trying to shave God.
Well, that seems to be a most appropriate follow-up to Mr. George Carlin's Things You Never See or Hear. And it's appropriate for another reason. Before the very name of it. I'd have to give it another listen to see if this is in there. That was Worm Quartet's Eskimo Pie is not pie and contains very little Eskimo. But fear not, we'll have more pie songs as the night rolls on. We have time before the witching hour be upon us and the crazy woman begins to caterwaul into the eaves. And we'd better be a bit daft before that happens. Otherwise, we won't have we'll be hollowed out and left sitting on the ground in ways that, well, that at last their song will make a great deal more sense afterwards. Be right back momentarily. We be cutting a commercial. We start out with a vintage commercial and then go to a proper sponsor.
Meow 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 meow
Meow Mix comes in 2 varieties, original and seafood middles. A medley of mackerel, tuna, and crunchy centers bursting with seafood flavor. Meow Mix tastes so good, cats ask for it by name.
I am Prime, defender of Earth, leader of the...
Prime!
The rest of the guys are in the back.
What?
Hey, Prime, back here.
Exactly what is this place? Is the Resistance headquartered here?
He said resistance, like resistor.
Nah, this here be heroes.
Did someone say hero?
Hero.
Hey, Prime. I'm Jared, and this is Heroes Comic Shop. We're in Elmira Heights. It's 130 West 14th Street, to be exact. And as you can see, we have a lot of books. We have a lot of books for any taste. You know, if they make it into a comic, we carry it. So take your time. You know, look around, pick up whatever looks interesting.
Yeah, it's the world's best place to be.
Yeah, the little guy's right, Prime. And it's a good place to rest your spark. That may be, but as long as the Earth needs to be defended, we must roll out.
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
Do I see Archie Comics? Aye. Oh, what are... Oh, yes. Pi Day. Pi Day because on the 14th, which be... Oh, let me see. Paper calendars. Most people don't be having them no more. But I still believe very much in paper. You can't go wrong with paper. You know what I never had happen to paper? I've never once had paper get, infected with a virus. I've never once had paper battery life go dead. I've never once had paper take and get, cyber hacked. I've had coffee stains upon it. I've had to go to the laundry. I've had this, that, and other thing. But the paper always tells the truth. And with that, so don't the calendar. The calendar for the 14th. That be March 14th. Be this coming here Thursday. Thursday. And with it being a Thursday, that be Pi Day. 3.14. And Missy Roller, I think, has got something to say on that. With Missy Roller's Pie Song.
Let me tell you all a story of an endless relation. It's a tried and true constant use in every single nation. And their algebra, trigonometry, cylindrical integration. It's a half-tower rational mathematical sensation. 3.14159. You take me to a sphere or a circle from a line. 3.14159. You take me to a sphere or a circle from a line. You make the world round. You're in the circle of my pupil, in the sphere of my eye, in the sun and the moon, in the stars in the sky, used by the Coulomb, Einstein and Heisenberg guys. People ask me what this magic is, I tell them it's pi. 3.14159. You take me to a sphere or a circle from a line. You're 3.14159. You take me to a sphere or a circle from a line. You make the world round. The ratio circumference to diameter is how you are defined. And the artist formerly known as Prince, you're represented by a sign. Known for hundreds and thousands of years by mankind. Despite that mystery still surrounds you, which blows my mind. You're incredibly irrational, yet altogether stable. Sharing a name with a dessert, you got a quirky label. And your symbol looks like a super funky table. But I love you, pi, so I learn as many digits as I am able. 3.14159. You take me to a sphere or a circle from a line. You're 3.14159. You take me to a sphere or a circle from a line. You're pi, pi.
ancient philosophy was framed by prodigies, Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates. And even though their thoughts were deemed the aristocratic voice, they also had a thing for little boys. Catherine the Great, so it's been said, needed large animals to be fulfilled in bed. From historic rulers to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks. Isn't life pretty? Ernest Hemingway once said. And then he put a bullet through his head. Salvador Dali's surreal paintings were godsend. You never know, he ate his own excrement. Then there's Da Vinci, for whom it required dressing in women's underwear to be inspired. From the great romantics to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks. Truman Capote, needless to say, would be intoxicated 20 hours a day. From the modern authors to the ancient Greeks, we're standing on the shoulders of freaks. We're standing on the shoulders of freaks.
Aye, ain't it great when you know more about history? We're in an educational kind of program here. You thought you'd turn into a podcast that would be just about comedy? No, we like to make it educational. So we have things like pie, where we start explaining how pie works and the roundness of that, and then we talk about history, and we'll have many other subjects. I mean, we're a highly educational kind of thing, and with Henry Phillips on the shoulder of the freaks, he is truly trying to point out the greatness of the history that we're based upon. Now we have Lenny Bruce talking about another kind of subject. He's talking on the Steve Allen Show with his offending joke. You might be remembering Lenny Bruce. He was talked about a bit in the Marvelous Miss Maisel. Aye, he was a real man, real comedian, and the inspiration for George Carlin. It's funny how history works upon us.
Oh, let me tell you about the Steve Allen Show. First, Steve Allen, I want to tell you about him. Of all the comedians that I've ever met, he is the most literate. Second, he's the most moral comic I ever met. Guy is very conscious of societal problems and interested in them, and not only talks about it, but does things about it. So he's a good man, a good person. Without being saccharine and old showbiz. I really dig him for that. I did the show twice. I was a little bugged with the show because of continuity, of censors. If I do a show, if I work for an hour here, out of the hour I'll do maybe, although I create everything myself and everything I tell you and make you laugh that I've created on the stage, of the hour I will ad-lib 4 minutes tops. Sometimes very fertile, about 10 minutes, but that's a good night. Usually about 4 minutes, top, free form. But for me ever to have to come out and open with the same word every night and finish with the same word and do the same bits in each show in order, then I don't feel like a comic at all. And you got to do this on television, and it's a bug for me. They sat me down there, and they all sat there, 15 guys, and I'm doing the bits. Steve Allen's got a very hip sense of humor, and he cracks up at everything I'm doing. Producer Bill Harback is hip, but he's got a little more to lose. So he gives these kind of laughs like, ha ha, gee, Now I went into a bit they didn't let me do on the Alan Show. I have a tattoo. It's not a cockamamie or anything, it doesn't rub off. Because of this tattoo, I never can be buried in a Jewish cemetery. That's the Orthodox scene. You have to go out of the world the way you came in, no marks, no changes, which certainly disobeys the rabbi philosophy. I don't know where that swings. I got back from Malta, so I'm over at my aunt's house in Jamaica, Long Island. I'm in the kitchen, I'm washing with a Rokeach soap. She pins the tattoo. So she looks and she flips. She's a real Jewish seagull, you see. Look at you did. You ruined your arm. You can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery. I said, Mima, what are you nudging me? They'll cut this off, they'll bury this in a Gentile cemetery. All right? Okay. Now, the guy says to me, you can't do that joke. Why not? He says, well, it's definitely offensive to the Jewish people. I says, and you're out of your nut, man. He says, no, that's it. Son, anytime we get any satires, any ethnic groups, there's a lot of male and you can't do the joke. I said, well, screw it. I'm not going to do the show, man. That's it. So he goes, ha, 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 ha. That's the first defense with me all the time. Like, ha, 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 he's a nut, right? Oh, no, don't be a baby. Be a man. Sell out. I don't make any bones about the fact that sometimes I'm irreverent and sometimes I allow myself, this is a rationalization, the same poetic license as Tennessee Williams or Shakespeare. If I want to, if it's, in other words, I'll never use four-letter words for shock value, for laugh, but if it fits the character, then I want to swing with it and say it. Naturally, I know I can't do this on television, but here I'm not making any scatological references, I'm just doing a true kind of bit. So now, I'm really getting hot with a guy. You're not going to do the joke, and yes, and don't tell us, and blah, blah. Well, listen, we'll talk, we'll have a meeting. He says, you can't, don't no meeting. This guy's really putting zingers in. There's one guy, I really hate him, he's got a Bank of America collar there, you know. And he said, you can't, it's offensive to the Jewish people. Now they argue for about an hour. They keep me in the corner. I'm like the leper with a bell on my neck waiting. The guy goes back, he says, we talked it all over, Lenny. You know, it's definitely offensive to the Gentile people, too. Oh, yeah? How do you figure that? He says, well, what you're saying in essence is that the Gentiles don't care what they bury.
Went down and got a job with rural electrification in the Navajo Indian Reservation. Running electric power lines into all the Navajo outhouses. Was one of the first people to wire ahead for a reservation. Finally, I'll tell you about the worst job I ever had in my life. Worst job I ever had in my life was working for the was it the Santa Fe? Yeah, it was the Santa Fe Railroad, south of Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, that's the old Mormon Muddy Mission, you see. It's way out in what the Navajos call the boonies, you know, out in the desert. Now, the job was gandy dancing. Now, gandy dancing used to be in the old days. Gandy dancing was when the Irish were building the railroad. Of course, the first transcontinental railroad was built by Irish laborers. And they used these long-handled shovels called Irish banjos that were made by the Gandy Shovel Company of Chicago. Now, the Irish laborer would take the wide end of the shovel when he could find it, and he would jam it in under a rail or a tie, and he would climb out on the long handle, do a little jig step out there, and that would lever the tie up or the rail up, and you push gravel in underneath it and tamp it down, and that levels the road bed. See, that's what gandy dancing is. Leveling the road bed so the damn train doesn't fall off as it goes by, which is just a big drag for everybody. Now, they don't do gandy dancing the normal way anymore, see, like they did in the old days. Nowadays, they run 3 cars out on the line. They run a box car out there that's a bunk car. You sleep in it. Got bunks in there 18 inches apart. And then you got a tool car with your tamping irons and your tongs and your double jackhammers and spikes and all of that equipment, see, to do the job. And then you got a cook car. I mean, there's no restaurants anyplace around, so you got a cook car. Pots and pans and a coal or wood-burning stove and a long table down the middle to eat at. Only thing they don't hire is a cook. That's because they're cheap. Saves them money. The rule is that in that crew, they're supposed to pick among their own members who's going to be the cook. Now, they don't try to do it sensibly, like draw lots or decide who the best cook is. What they do is they wait and find out who bitches and whines and pisses and moans the most about the cooking. And they say, all right, wise guy, you think you can do better, you get to be the cook. Well, that was me, see? Old alligator mouth. The new man on the crew, and that was the worst food I'd ever had. I mean, it was dog bottom pie and pheasant sweat. And otter water comes out of an otter. It's a terrible, terrible stuff. Some people might think it's a delicacy, but I thought it was garp. So I complained, and they said, all right, wise guy, you get to be the cook. That made me mad, because I didn't want to cook. But I knew if anybody complained about my cooking, that they were going to have to cook. Armed with that knowledge, I sallied forth over the muddy river. I was walking around among the cheat grass and bunch grass there, and I looked down, and there was just a hell of a big moose turd. Biggest damn moose turd. That was a real steamer, damn thing. I looked down at that meadow wafer, and I said to myself, Self, I'm gonna bake up a big moose turd pie. 'Cause if anybody complains about my cooking, they're gonna have to cook. So I tipped that pasture pastry up on edge. I got my together, so to speak. And I started rolling it down toward the old cook car. Boom, boom. I got it down there and leaned it up against the side, and I climbed up in the cook car, and I baked up a hell of a big pie shell. And I baked that moose turd in it as slick as you please. And I crimped the edges with my thumbs and laid strips of dough across it and garnished it with a sprig of parsley, a little paprika. It was beautiful. Poetry on a plate. And I served it for dessert, waiting for the first hint of a complaint. Well, this giant dude come in, about 5'40". I mean, he was big. Throwed himself down like a fool on the stool. Picked up his fork. Took a big bite of that moose turd pie. Well, he threw down his fork, and he let out a beller, and he yelled, my God, that's moose turd pie! It's good, though.
Aye, Utah fill up power with moose turd pie. And before that, as I was saying, you had Lenny Bruce on the Steve Allen Show offending jokes. It'd be funny what they say offends and what don't offend. And that's part of comedy. It's offensive. That's all there is to it. That's how we get through the day, is by making jokes that offend some and don't offend others. And don't worry, you'll get your turn to be offended by something else while you'll be laughing at something that offended someone else. If we all understand, we all get a turn just like a doorknob, we can all make the world a better place, a sweeter place, a place that we can all appreciate to live in. Aye, a world that can just get along harmoniously. With that, let us go to the axis of awesome. Do they know it's pizza? Another form of pie.
There are problems in the world, some are big and some are strange.
But nothing's gonna happen if we don't try to make a change.
There's an issue right in front of us that we refuse to see.
That's when you cut a pizza into 8 slices.
It can't be shared by 3.
There's no even way to split it when there's 3 of you.
2 people get 3 slices, but one is left with 2.
They're always cut into 8, and the division isn't fair.
But if you cut your pizza into 12 slices, there'll be enough to share.
Cut your pizzas into 12.
It's divisible by 4 and 3.
Cut your pizzas into 12.
There'll be enough for you and me and Lee.
Cut your pizzas into 12.
That way we get 4 slices each.
Cut your pizzas into 12.
Quality's not out of reach.
Now look, we're not just talking about us. We're also talking about those hungry groups of 6 who only get 1 1/3 of a slice in an 8-slice pizza.
With our 12-slice system, they'll get 2 slices each.
And now you're thinking, what if I'm part of a group of 8? Well, order at least 2 pizzas, you cheapskate.
And a box of wine.
So whether you're a Giuseppe or a Luigi or a Mustafa from one of those pizza kebab mixed businesses, hey, even if you sell by the slice,
there's still more slices.
And sure, we still have the problem of what to do with groups of 5 or 7, but one issue at a time. And cutting our pizzas into 12 is something we can change right now.
So come on, people, let's make 12 slices famous. When you get home today, change your Facebook status to let everybody know you're making a difference about how many slices a pizza is cut into.
And if you really want to make a difference, we'll send you a sticker on poster pack. So on December 12, we can cover the night with 12 slices.
12 December 12! Yeah! Woo!
Cut your pizzas into 12.
Margarita or vegetarian.
Cut your pizzas into 12.
Yeah, to be truly egalitarian.
Cut your pizzas into 12.
Yeah, whether it's supreme or pepperoni, the only one who likes 8 slices is African chart snatcher Joseph Kony.
Cut your pizzas into 12.
Anchovies or salami.
Tony cuts pizzas into 8.
And it's not enough to feed his tiny army.
Cut your pizzas into 12.
Yeah, cut them long and cut them wide.
Cut your pizzas into 12.
Then we can bridge this great
divide. Your pizzas into 12.
Stop, Kony, what a prick.
Divide your pizzas into 12.
He's the Simon Cowell of pizza.
Divide your pizzas into 12.
You guys remember Kony, right?
Divide your pizzas into 12.
Maybe if we work together,
we can stop hunger.
In the first world.
Aye, we all need to be doing our part to bring the world better to place, or to a better place. Well, bad jokes is a good start, and cutting your pizzas into 12, well, that's not a bad idea. Make it a bigger pizza, too. These are things that must be addressed. I wish the UN would take them up, but you know what? They are more worried about sillier things, like nuclear weapons and the stuff like that. Aye, they don't truly affect us day to day. Pizzas affect us truly day to day. That and bad jokes. These are true things that are... We should get a politician. I should run for president. Captain President. My platform. Pizzas in the 12 and bad jokes. What do you think? We'll be cutting a commercial. Remembered? The vintage commercial, then the real sponsor. That'll help. The sponsors will help pay for my new presidential campaign.
Twister! Milton Bradley has a new one. It's the Twister. Gets you all twisted and tangled. It's the Twister. Spin the spinner and call the shop. Twister ties you up in a knot. That's Twister. Yeah, Twister.
Right foot blue.
Right foot blue.
Left hand red.
Left hand red.
Left.
Right.
Yellow.
Blue.
Green.
Yeah, Twister. You gotta play Twister in your stocking feet. Standing on this crazy colored sheet. best games in the world.
Bill Twister, I'm Twister Bridle. Oh.
You gotta get it. Get Twister.
Hey, Scoop, do you know what's happening on 420?
I know what's happening on 420.
No, not that. It's the record store day at the Squatch Den.
Hey, Vato, what did you say?
He said record store day at the Squatch Den on April 20th.
Oh, wow. Fun out, man. Hey, is that dog talking or are these monkeys really kicking in?
Yeah, that's Scoob, and he's like my best friend, and he sings too.
Dooby-dooby-doo. Oh, dooby-doo.
I told you, he loves music, and that's why we're gonna be there for record store day.
Yeah, Room Hall opens at 7 a.m.
And like the Squatch Den opens at 8 a.m.
Yeah? Like what they gonna have, man?
Dude, man. They're gonna have like over 100 plus exclusive indie titles, man, available that day. Ooh. I mean, they're gonna have like Noah Kahan and like Pearl Jam and like The Offspring, man, and like the Beatles, and I mean, wow.
Hey, Scoob, he really knows the score.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, do you know that pizza pies with all the fixings also look like records, man?
Oh, wow, Scoob, like he's right on. We should all get like a peanut butter, pepperoni, and licorice pizza and listen to some music.
Oh, far out, man.
Right.
All right, man. Pizza.
Record store day at the Squatch Den on like 420.
Oh, wow, man. Is that like a record store, man?
Oh, man. Yes. We'll be doing another song here about pie momentarily. But I also realize we haven't done any songs about leprosy in a while. At least not since January. And I think it's only appropriate with the season upon us that we should sing about leprosy to some degree. And with that, we shall drift right on into You Four Laws. Every time I say it, it sounds the same. But in my mind, it sounds different. I will have to ponder upon that while I listen to the music. Aye, that'd be right. You Four Laws with Leprosy.
Leprosy, what a sorry mess I am to see. Even friends can't stand to look at me. Oh, I despise my leprosy. Gradually, I'm not half the man I used to be. Pieces keep on falling off of me. It happens now so gradually. When my tongue fell off, I don't know, I couldn't say. I said one thing wrong. Now I long for that sweet day when I had no leprosy. Making love with me could never be. Yes, I've lost my chance for ecstasy. Oh, I despise my leprosy.
She's my number pie. 323-846-2 643-3832 795-028-8419. Yeah. 716-939 7816406286208. She's my number pi. Take your circumference and divide it by your diameter, then you will find sweet number pi. 62, 80, 34, 82, 53, 4, 2,117, 067, 92, 14, 808, 650, 13, 280, 230. She's my number pi. Digits are an infinite supply. Can't reach the end, but we're still gonna try. Sweet number pi. Number pi. Digits. All night long. Digits. 66 470 938 4460 955 0582 231 72. She's my number pi. 53 59. How many more numbers can we divine? Sweet number pi. She's my number pi. I can't believe that we counted this high. Ask a favorite number and we'll reply. Sweet number pi. Sweet number pi. Digits! Four oh eight 1284 811174 502 841 02701. Yeah! Woo! 93 85 211 0555 96 44 62 294 895 493 381 9644. She's my number pi. 288 109 75 6659. Sweet number pi. 33446 12 8 47 5648 233 7867 8316 527 12 1909 145 648 5669. She's my number pi. If you're still watching, we don't know why. One more digits, then we'll comply. Sweet number pi. 2 3 4 6 0 3 4 8 6 1 0 4 5 4 3 2 6 6 4 8 2 1 3 3 9 3 6 0 7 2. Woo! Okay. 602 4914 1273 724 587 660 631 250 8817 488 15 209 628.
Okay, cut. All right, that's a wrap. Good job with the...
She's my number pi. 292 5409. Getting pretty tired, and that's no lie. Sweet number pi. One and a 7 and then 15. 236s with a 4 in between. 7892 5903 600 1133. 053 054 882 04 665 213 8 and 4 and then 14 695 194 15 116 0943. She's my number pi. Continue the count with 305 727 0365 7595 919 530 921 8611 7381 932 6117 931 0511. 854807 446 23 7 996 2749 567 35 18857 52 724 8912. She's my number pi. this, then just stand by for more number pie. 279-3818, 301, then 19, 491-2983, 367, 33. 6244-0656, 643-086, 0213-949-463, 95, 224-73719, 0702-179. She's my number pie. It just keeps going as you might have surmised. So we're gonna stop. No, wait, I lied. More number pie. 860-943, 702-77053, 921-7176, 293-176. 752-3846, 748-1846, 766-9405, 132-305, 68-12-7145, 26-35, 608-27785, sweet number pie. Seven 3427, 5 followed by 77, 896-091, 736-371. 787-214-68-44, 090-1224-95-34. She's my number pie. 301-46549, 585-3710-5, 079, 227-9689, 258-9235, 420-1995, 611-2129. 021-960-8640, 344-1815, 981-3629, 774-7713, 096-0518. She's my number pie. Always still going, Jesus Christ. How do we end and who decides? Sweet number pie. 707-2113, 469-83, 729-780-499-510, 597-31, 732-81, 609-63185, 950-2445, 945-5346, 908-3026. She's my number pie. Continuing along with 425-223-0825, sweet number pie. 334-4685-035-2619, 311-8817, binary 43-137. 838-75-288-65, 875-3320, 838-1420. She's my number pie. Please make it stop, let me off this ride. How long do you need us to recite? Sweet number pie. 617-177, 669-147, 303-5982, 534-9042. All we done? No. 87, 5546, 87, 311-59562, 863, 882. She's my number pie. 353-7875, 937-5195, sweet number pie. 778-1857, 780-53217, 122-680-661-320. 192-787, 661-11, 959-0921, 64-201. She's my number pie. 9893-8095, 257-2010, 65
Emily! Too long. Emily! Somebody call 911! Somebody take me to the hospital? Please, sweetie! Somebody call 911! Take me to the hospital, please.
Well, let that be a lesson to ye. Some songs you got to be careful before you begun to sing them. Aye, certain songs like the song that never ends. You begin to sing that, guess what be happening? It never ends, it's right in the title. So why do people start it? I guess they just didn't know what it were. And there be college humor with the irrationally long Number Pie song. Sweet Number Pie. The next time you're out and someone says, would you like me to play a song for ye? Just say, sure, I'd like you to play Sweet Number Pie, and see how long before they explode. If they don't want to be doing that, then tell them Freebird. They'll probably just break down in tears. Actually, we're almost right. We're right around the top of the hour. We'll be back momentarily with the second half of the show. Sweet Pie, Number Pie. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hey, yours! Yeah, yours! No, not yours. I mean yours. Yeah, yours. Right over there. Yeah, yours. So, yours been enjoying this show. So why not spread the joy? Let your friends know. I mean it. Invite them to listen with yours. They be so thankful. They start treating you like a king because they be so grateful. They might even make a monument to you to show how they really feel about what you've done to them. And be sure to click that like and subscribe buttons. And don't be stingy. Hit the bell too, so you get notifications of new episodes. That ways yous and yous friends never miss a moment of the captain's quarters. And in turn, yous never miss having me, Babushka, sing so beautifully every week. So, don't just sit there. Go, invite and subscribe and make your life better by never missing an episode of the Captain's Quarters or me, the lovely Babushka. Now, just do it.
Welcome back to the second hour of me show, me boy. And boy, oh boy, have we got some splendiferous bits and baubles right in store for ye. For example, the Final 40. It'd be extremicated right from the request sent to us via the mail of...
That's email, you dolt.
That's what me be saying.
They can also call us at 323 Heave-Ho.
I'd like to heave-ho you.
But was that my little pumpernickel?
Nothing, my dear. You old sea hag.
Well, here, let me help you get this show going again.
Avast, you old bat! Heave-ho!
Heave-ho! Heave-ho! Johnny!
We're all doomed! Oh, that's better.
See? I made it so better. I'm going to see about that dinner and work on my suntan.
Me's not even hungry, and it be night time out, you crazy old bat. And don't slam the door. Aye, yeah, I was thinking about things, and about history, and about educationalism, and what we need to be doing to be making people wiser about the world we be in. And I think, hey, I be knowing just what the thing they be wanting. Decomposing composers, that's what they be wanting. Decomposing composers, a wonderful thing to think about. And Monty Python has just the thing for decomposing composers.
Right, darling, you'll be home about 8:30. No, not going to bite. Beethoven's gone, but his music lives on, and Mozart don't go shopping no more. You'll never meet Liszt or Brahms again, and Elgar doesn't answer the door. Schubert and Chopin used to chuckle and laugh whilst composing a long symphony. But 150 years later, there's very little of them left to see. They're decomposing composers, there's nothing much anyone can do. You can still hear Beethoven, but Beethoven cannot hear you. Handel and Haydn and Rachmaninoff enjoyed a nice drink with their meal. But nowadays no one will serve them, and their gravy is left to congeal. Verdi and Wagner delighted the crowds with their highly original sound. The pianos they played are still working, but they're both 6 feet underground. They're decomposing composers, there's less of them every year. You can say what you like to Debussy, but there's not much of him left to hear. Claude Achille Debussy died 1918. Christoph Willibald Gluck died 1787. Carl Maria von Weber, not at all well, 1825, died 1826. Giacomo Meyerbeer, still alive 1863, not still alive 1864. Modest Mussorgsky, 1880, going to parties, no fun anymore 1881. Johann Nepomuk Hummel, chatting away 19 to the dozen with his mates down a pub every evening 1836. 1837, nothing.
I bought myself a politician, 'cause I've never said I played fair. They're currently on sale, just pick them up from Yale. They're even cheaper if you take a pair. Gonna win, I also bought the opposition. It's better to be safe, you never know. And then for even less, I also bought the press. To wrap it up, and I was good to go. Who would have thought that no one dared to stop me on my joyride? Oh, what a joyride. Who would have thought that I could bring the whole world to its knees? And now the time has come to buy my way into the limelight. Just got the time right. As universal scientist and generous philanthropist, my shopping list confirms my expertise. I bought myself a politician, 'cause I've never said I played fair. If they are not on sale, I pick them up from jail. It doesn't hurt to have a few to spare. No one dared to stop me on my joyride. Oh, what a joyride. Who would have thought that I could bring the whole world to its knees? And now the time has come to buy my way into the limelight, so I can shine bright. As universal scientist and generous philanthropist, my shopping list
Aye, that's what I call an equal opportunity employer. You'll buy both sides or more sides than one when it comes to politicians. Aye, make sure they're all properly bought. That way they can't say there's any favoritism. Mona Lisa twins with I bought myself a politician. Always a good thing to have if you can afford one. Especially if you're thinking about running for president. Aye, now let's be cutting on over to Dr. Dave's Vanna. Pick me a letter.
Get me a ticket for an aeroplane. Got to get on the Wheel of Fortune game. I just got to win, spin the wheel again. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Bankrupt? What do you mean bankrupt? I don't care how much money I got to spend. Can't stand to look at Pat Sajak again. Won't throw in the towel till I buy a vowel. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Hey, man, what do you mean there's no effing phone? Vanna, pick me a letter. No one does it any better. I dream about you. Hey, Vanna, is that an all over 10 or what? Vanna, I don't understand why you make $100 grand. Not for me to say. Anyway, get me a ticket for an aeroplane. Gonna be on the Wheel of Fortune game. I just got to win, spin the wheel again. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Go, Vanna, go, baby, go, alright. Hey, get out of my face, Pat. Is that a toupee? Hey, is there an L in that word? Is it lowrider? Alright, lowrider. Forget the letter, man. I'll take Vanna White. You're beautiful, baby. You and me could play the home game. Got me a ticket for an aeroplane. Alright. I'm on the Wheel of Fortune game. I just love that sound. I'm in the bonus round. Hey, Vanna, pick me a letter. Lose a turn. Hey, Pat, lose this. Vanna, pick me a letter. No one does it any better. I dream about you. Alright, that is an all over 10. Vanna, I don't mean to stare, but are you wearing underwear? Not for me to say. Anyway, I don't care how much money I got to spend. Can't stand to look at Pat Sajak again. Won't throw in the towel till I buy a vowel. Oh, Vanna, pick me a letter. Please, Vanna, pick me a letter. Alright, I'm ready to pick, baby. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. That should cover it, huh? Alright, I'll take the sofa, the blender, the microwave, the refrigerator. Hey, man, Pat, what do you mean $500 for a black and white 5-inch portable TV set? You got ripped off, man. My brother-in-law could get it for you wholesale. Give me the money and I'll buy the TV set, man, alright? Hey, man, come on, baby.
We've been together for so very long, but now things are changing. Oh, I wonder what's wrong. Seems you don't want me around. The passion is gone and the flames died down. I guess I lost a little bit of self-esteem that time that you made it with the whole hockey team. You used to think I was nice. Now you tell all your friends that I'm the Antichrist. Oh, why did you disconnect the brakes on my car? That kind of thing is hard to ignore. Got a funny feeling you don't love me anymore. I knew that we were having problems when you put those piranhas in my bathtub again. You're still the light of my life. Oh, darling, I'm begging, won't you put down that knife? You know, I even think it's kinda cute the way you poison poison my coffee just a little each day. I still remember the way that you laughed when you pushed me down the elevator shaft. Oh, if you don't mind me asking, what's this poisonous cobra doing in my underwear drawer? Sometimes I get to thinking you don't love me anymore. You slammed my face down on the barbecue grill. Now my scars are all healing, but my heart never will. You set my house on fire. You pulled out my chest hairs with an old pair of pliers. Oh, you think I'm ugly and you say I'm cheap. You shaved off my eyebrows while I was asleep. You drilled a hole in my head. Then you dumped me in a drainage ditch and left me for dead. Oh, you know this really isn't like you at all. You never acted this way before. Honey, something tells me you don't love me anymore. Oh, no, no. Got a funny feeling you don't love me anymore.
Aye, a true love ballad. It almost makes you weepy. But there are some good ideas in there. Keep the thoughts of where do you get piranhas these days without getting them? Well, probably mail. I wonder if Amazon would have piranhas. You get the piranhas from Amazon. Let's go have another pie song. It's hard and firm now with pie song. See, a pie song. Well, you be getting it. Piranhas.
I rented my apartment on a Monday at 1, singing do lolly lolly shaky bum shaky bum. Started moving in it on a Tuesday at 2, singing do lolly lolly shaky do. Wednesday at 3, I called the phone company singing, hey baby, put a phone in for me. Thursday at 4, he came and knocking at my door singing, hey baby, I'm your telephone man. You just show me where you want it and I'll put it where I can. I can put it in the bedroom, I can put it in the hall, I can put it in the bathroom, I can hang it on the wall. You can have it with the bush, you can have it with the ring, and if you really want it, you can have a ding-a-ling. Because, hey baby, I'm your telephone man. Can you believe that? And then he says, no, when other fellows call you, tell them how it all began. Well, can you imagine? My heart began a thumping and my mind began to fly, and I knew I wasn't dealing with no ordinary guy.
So while he was a-talking, I was thinking up my plan. Then my fingers did the walking on the telephone man, singing, hey, lolly, lolly, hey, lolly, lolly, hey, lolly, lolly, get it any way you can, right? So I got it in the bedroom and I got it in the hall and I got it in the bathroom and he hung it on the wall. I got it with the buzz and I got it with the ring, and when he told me what my number was, I got a ding-a-ling singing, hey, lolly, lolly, hey, lolly, lolly, hey, lolly, lolly, just doing my thing. I've never done anything like this before.
That there be Mary Wilson with Telephone Man. Now, let us have a quick sample of what might be coming our way next week, being St. Paddy's Day. Let's say, here's a grand one. The Dubliners with The Sick Note.
Dear sir, I write this note to you to tell you of me plight. And at the time of writing, I am not a pretty sight. Me body is all black and blue, me face a deathly grey. And I write this note to say why Paddy's not at work today. While working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear. Now to throw them down from such a height, it was not a good idea. The foreman wasn't very pleased, he being an awkward sod. He said I'd have to cart them down the ladders in me hod. Now, clearing all these bricks by hand, it was so very slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured the rope below. But in me haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. So when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead. And clinging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. Well, I shot up like a rocket, till to my dismay I found that halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. Well, the barrel broke me shoulder as to the ground it sped. And when I reached the top, I banged the pulley with me head. Well, I clung on tight, though numbed with shock from this almighty blow. And the barrel spilled out half the bricks 14 floors below. Now, when these bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel and so started down once more. Still clinging tightly to the rope, I sped towards the ground. And I landed on the broken bricks that were all scattered round. Well, I lay there groaning on the ground. I thought I'd passed the worst, when the barrel hit the pulley wheel and then the bottom burst. Well, a shower of bricks rained down on me. I hadn't got a hope. As I lay there moaning on the ground, I let go the bloody rope. The barrel then being heavier, it started down once more and landed right across me as I lay upon the floor. Well, it broke 3 ribs and my left arm, and I can only say that I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today.
Aye, there be a grand old tune that makes me giggle almost every time I be hearing it. And other times it just makes me laugh. I've been there and done that myself. Yeah, go up on a crow's nest sometime and try to come down nice and easy in a storm. You feel much like the poor fella there. I'll be the Dubliners with a sick note. And we'll be cutting a commercial. And we'll be back momentarily with, you guessed it, the final 40, which leads us right to, you'll be learning, it leads us right into the witching hour.
There's no other box of facial tissues like this. Scotty's new Magic Oval box. Only Scotty's give you tissues that float up gently, one at a time, and come out in neat handfuls too, because there's a Magic Oval inside every new Scotty's box. Only Scotty's Magic Oval can give you tissues that float up, smooth and easy. No tugging, no tearing, no extra tissues tagging along. And Scotty's Magic Oval does even more. It lets you reach in for tissues by the handful, all neatly folded, just right for pocket or purse. Scotty's new Magic Oval box is pretty too. And inside, soft, strong, sneeze-proof Scotties. Remember, for tissues that float up smoothly and come out in neatly folded handfuls, look for Scotty's pretty new Magic Oval box, the only one of its kind.
Squatch Den. Oh, far out, man. Hey, man, the store is empty. Hey, man, they look closed, man.
Hey, man, they ain't closed. They're just... Hey, man, they're closed. Oh, man, what are we gonna do?
Wow, man, I was tripping for a new shirt, man.
Hey, man, and I wanted that new Lowrider album.
Oh, man, what are we gonna do?
Fear not, citizens, for Hero is here! I overheard you with my superhero hearing and proceeded with prodigious speed to help you with your perilous plight!
Oh, far out, man.
Hey, man, his underwear, it's like on the outside. What's with those socks, man?
If you are in preponderance for that purveyor of discus-style music, then you need to go where they now call home, for home is no longer where it was!
What?
The Squatch Den has moved to the Arnott Mall!
Far out,
They're
man.
next door to Ruby Tuesdays!
The where?
Here, let me!
Hey!
Well, my work here is done.
Wow, man. Oh, far out, dude. Oh, what a way to get high. Oh.
Hey, man, I think I might have lost a dingo ball back there. That red light was really close, man. Oh, wow, man. Hey, look, it's a record store.
Hey, guys, where you been?
Hey, did you know that your shop is closed?
Yeah, you closed up shop and, like, everything, man.
Don't worry, we're still here. We just moved to the Arnott Mall.
Really?
Yep, we just moved. The Squatch Den has vinyl records, t-shirts, CDs, DVDs, even 8-tracks. And we have our own online radio station. Be sure to check us out at squatchden.com.
Sweet.
Oh, far out, man. Is that... Oh, wow, man. Check it out, man. Is that a vinyl store?
Oh, man.
Squatch Den.
Pardon moi. The old black licorice went down the wrong tube there for a moment. Only does it when you need to be talking and you turn the microphone on. It's a final 40 now. I hope you've gotten your requests in time. We had 323 heave-ho. That'd be 323-432-8346. You can be texting or calling to get him our requests. And it'll be something else. Oh, yes, you can do it through the Book of Face and the Mail of E and the Snail of Hell. Different ways to get a hold of the old captain here, E. Now, let's go straight to the phone lines and see what we shall see.
Oh my God! I mean, I had to hear Homecoming Queen's got a gun! Gag me with a spoon!
It was homecoming night at my high school. Everyone was there, it was totally cool. I was real excited, I almost wet my jeans. Because my best friend Debbie was homecoming queen. She looked so pretty in pink chiffon, riding the float with her tiara on, holding this humongous bouquet in her hand. She looked straight out of Disneyland. You know, like the Cinderella ride? I mean, definitely an E-ticket. Crowd was cheering, everyone was stoked. I mean, it was like the whole school was totally coked or something. The band was playing Evergreen, and all of a sudden, somebody screamed, "Look out! The homecoming queen's got a gun!" Everybody run! The homecoming queen's got a gun. Everybody run! The homecoming queen has got a gun.
had died. No big loss. You wouldn't believe what they brought to stop her. Tear gas, machine guns, even a chopper.
Throw down your gun, Estiara, and come out of the float.
Debbie didn't listen to what the cop said. She aimed and fired, and now the math teacher's dead. Oh, it's really sad, but kind of a relief. I mean, we had this big test coming up next week. Everybody run. The homecoming queen's got a gun. Everybody run. The homecoming queen has got a gun. Having a blast. She's wasting half of the class. The cops fired a warning shot that blew her off the float. I tried to scream duck, but it stuck in my throat. She hit the ground and did a flip. It was real acrobatic, but I was crying so hard I couldn't work my Instamatic. I ran down to Debbie. I had to find out what made her do it. Why'd she freak out? I saw the bullet had got her right in the ear. I knew then the end was near. So I ran down and I said in her good ear, Debbie, why'd you do it? She raised her head, smiled, and said, I did it for Johnny. Johnny? Well, like, who's Johnny? Answer me, Debbie, who's Johnny? Does anybody here know Johnny? Are you Johnny? There was one guy named Johnny, but he was a total geek. He always had food in his braces. Answer me, Debbie, who's Johnny? Oh, God, this is like that movie, Citizen Kane, you know, where you later find out Rosebud was a sled, but we'll never know who Johnny was because, like, she's dead. Everybody run. The homecoming queen's got a gun. Everybody run. The homecoming queen has got a. Everybody run. Everybody run. The homecoming queen has got a.
Where he goes, he drives me crazy when he says, "Here's Johnny." That's his job, it's so amazing. All he says is, "Here's Johnny." I never miss a moment when he's on the tube. His being there has made my life worth living. The chills run down my spine each time he says that line. Here's Johnny, he says, and laughs in his special way. Johnny, he says, you know I love him. Here's Johnny, he says, and second fiddle is his game. Ed McMahon's his name, alright.
I be having a little bit of fun there. I be talking with someone about that song this week, and they said they hadn't heard it for a while. So I said, I'll see what I can do by playing it. And then a request came in for that, and they wanted to know who's Johnny. Well, here's Johnny. Aye, sometimes the captain's been known to take a liberty or two, but that's what captains do. It's important. Now, let us go to one that was requested. I have to look through me stack of stuff to understand where it came from, but it was requested from someone, but they wanted to hear Gabriel Iglesias because they were having a fight with the bathroom stuffs. And so, Gabriel Iglesias, the eternal battle against bathroom censors. And I don't mean the kind, the type that turn on and off the lights, not the people who sit there and censor what you say. It's a difference between a C and an S. See, even the captain under me understanding that.
A lot of these arenas are now starting to go green, and so they're taking away the light switches and they're replacing them with sensors. Sensors are cool when they work. You know what I mean? Like when you're 10 feet away and it senses you and the whole room just... What I don't like is that when they're messed up, then you have to walk into a dark ass room and establish your presence. But then you stand still for 4 seconds. In addition, backstage, my sink has knobs on it. I have control of the temperature and the pressure of the water, which in the Chicago area I believe is very important, especially in the winter. Oh man, you guys are no joke in the winter. You need warm water when you wash your hands. You can't rely on a sensor that gives you nothing but cold water, because you wash your hands with cold water, your hands get all cryptic. Then you go outside and people are making fun of you. Look at Thriller. My dressing room, you guys, has a sink that has hot and cold. You can control the water. You can control the temperature. You can control the pressure. I hate it when they take that away from us and they replace it with that little sensor. So now, in addition to being a comedian, now I gotta be a magician. I'm not a magician, but if you watch me wash my hands, that's what I look like, you know, just... Nothing. Then you walk away. I feel like there's someone behind the mirror messing with me, like, watch this. Some places stop there. Some places keep going. I like a lot of soap when I wash my hands. I like a good soap dispenser. I like the, the pump. I hate it when they take that away from us and then they replace it with that little spout that goes next to the faucet. You stick your hand under it and it gives you that little booger of soap. You know what I mean? That little moco, you put it under. You know you need more, so you pull it out and then you go back in, but the sensor's like, no, it's still you. Now you gotta trick it, right? Once you get enough soap on your hands, now you gotta try to wash it off. But you can't wash it off then and there because the timer for the water has timed out. So now you have to back up and now you have to put on a second performance. Now it's a race to get that soap off your hands. Once you get the soap off your hands, now you gotta try to dry your hands. Some places still give you a towel, some places give you paper towels. Some take the paper towels and they put them in a box on the wall with another sensor. And there you are. 3 inches of paper. 3 inches, Chicago. You can't do anything with 3 inches. Ask any woman, they'll tell you. Or a guy, I'm equal opportunity. I need control of the paper. I need the crank, Some places stop there, some places keep going. Have you ever walked into the bathroom stall, closed the door, locked it, turned around, looked at the toilet and seen a blinking red light on the wall? And you're like, really? Here too? All you're trying to do is get the tissue paper off the wall for the toilet seat. You take one step. I haven't even done anything. You grab the paper. You turn around and you put it on like a cape. And you let it slide down your back while you slowly try to time it just right. And just as you're about to sit down, somebody always walks into the bathroom and distracts you. Huh? But it's too late. Your knees are bent. And unless you do CrossFit, you're not coming back from that one. Then your bare ass touches the seat. And you're like, ah! And just when you think it can't get any worse, and all this water splashing up, hitting you right in the ass. And then the water goes down the drain and it creates that air vortex that goes right between your legs. So now you have a tsunami in the back. You have a tornado in the front. And who's the victim? Pikachu. And he's holding on for dear life. You haven't even made magic yet and you've already been violated by plumbing. Now you do what you need to do. You finish. Now it's time for cleanup, time for maintenance. So you reach over for the toilet paper, and the problem with using the restroom nowadays is that most venues, including this one, instead of putting a human-size toilet paper roll inside of the human-size toilet paper roll dispenser, it takes the Costco or Sam's Club or one of these places where you buy in bulk, and they buy that giant gorilla roll of toilet paper. And then they come back here and they force it into that little tiny compartment. And then they close the door on it. So now this giant wheel is locked in place. You can't even spin it. You're just... You can't even find where it starts because they glue it. Out of desperation, you gotta pull out your car keys and cut into the side of it like a bag of cocaine on Narcos. Then you get the paper, you try to wipe. Chicago, a year from now, I am predicting that they're gonna take 100% control of the restroom. You're gonna be sitting there and you're gonna think of me because you're gonna see it. You're gonna look over to get the toilet paper and there's gonna be a blinking red light on it. And you're gonna be like, oh my God, Fluffy called it. And what are you gonna have to do? One sheet. You're gonna get frustrated and just sit on it. Sorry, bro. I know that was a lot of culo. I threw at you right there. She's like, it's like Magic Mike.
Drank till my eyes were red, hit Playboy neath my bed, slicked my DA for the dance. When you dance, back when my hair was short, I met some friends in court for stealing hubcaps from cars, chain smoking under the stars, played all night pinball in bars and dreamed about love. We were experts on love. We talked our way all around it. And even if we had found it, we couldn't respond. Slowly I changed my ways, college and long hair days, seeing 3 concerts a week. An honest to God hippie freak, too busy eating to speak, except about love. We held rallies for love, but no one knew what they stood for. How many months were they good for? The meaning is gone. Soon when my hair is short, I'll make a full report of how I
Hill Road back when my hair was short. We'll be cutting a commercial, coming back momentarily with the second half of the final 40. Isn't it exciting? Aren't you revved up? Aren't you? I'll figure out a word while we're out at commercial. That one. I wonder where I should probably get some of that ginkgo biloba TDC stuff and help with me memory. Or I should just get a dictionary. Well, let me cutting commercial momentarily.
Look, Sidekick, a shop just for heroes.
No, it's a comic book shop and it's for everyone.
Not possible. See, it's even right in the name, Heroes. So that means you'll need to stay out here whilst I go shopping.
It's Heroes, your mom threw out comic shop, and it's for everyone, including sidekicks.
Hey guys, the little guy is right. It's all about the love of comics, and not whether you can fly or not. But, by the way, I do love the cape.
Gee, thanks.
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momthroughout.com.
Oh, look! They have Archie comics!
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
Hey, Scoop, do you know what's happening on 420?
I know what's happening on 420.
No, not that. It's the record store day at the Squatch Den.
Hey, Vato, what did you say?
He said record store day at the Squatch Den on April 20th.
Wow, fun out, man. Hey, is that dog talking or these monkeys really kicking in?
Yeah, that's Scoob, and he's like my best friend, and he sings too.
Dooby-dooby-doo, oh dooby-doo.
I told you, he loves music, and that's why we're gonna be there for record store day.
Well, mall opens at 7 a.m.
And like the Squatch Den opens at 8 a.m.
Yeah? Like what they gonna have, man?
Dude, man, they're gonna have like over 100 plus exclusive indie titles, man, available that day. Ooh. I mean, they're gonna have like Noah Kahan and like Pearl Jam and like the Offspring, man, and like the Beatles, and I mean wow.
Hey, Scoob, he really knows the score.
Yeah.
Hey, man, do you know that pizza pies with all the fixings also look like records, man?
Oh, wow, Scoob, like he's right on. We should all get like a peanut butter, pepperoni, and licorice pizza and listen to some music.
Far out, man.
Right.
All right, man, pizza.
Record store day at the Squatch Den on like 420.
Oh, wow, man. Is that like a record store, man?
Oh, man. Well, that I see that things are going smoothly from here forward. While we're in commercial, there was a small explosion in the background, which tells me that Babushka is getting ready for the witching hour. And I be warning ye, you be not knowing what be coming your way until it's here. So let us go right to the phone lines and find out what be coming this here way.
Yeah, I need to hear a manly song, real manly song. Yeah, Robin Hood's Men in Tights. Truly manly song.
Blimey, these are hard to get on. Let's face it, you gotta be a man to wear tights. Will, how many seams?
Perfect.
Every time.
We're men in tights. We roam around the forest looking for fights. We're men in tights. We run from the rich and give to the poor, that's right. We may look like sissies, but watch what you say or else we'll put out your lights. We're men in tights. Always on guard, defending the people's rights. La 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 la. We're men, manly men, we're men in tights. Yes! for fights. We're men in tights. We run from the rich and give to the poor, that's right. We may look like pansies, but don't get us wrong or else we'll put out your lights. We're men in tights, tights. Always on guard, defending the people's rights. When you're in a fix, just call for the men in tights. We're bunch.
Jeffrey. What's that you have in your hand, boy? Pass it over. A telegram. Oh dear. Seems someone has been biting me. Fetch me my trousers at once. No, not those. Those are my time travel trousers. Those are my tea trousers. That's it. Those ones. My fighting trousers. Dear sir, regarding your recent foray into the rap business and the scene you portray, see, I don't normally approve of war games, but he's biting is what they all say. And by Harry, they might be right. This is hip-hop, not an Elvis night. Shelve this professor impersonation. Let it end now, it's impertinent waiting. You seem a reasonable chap. What you need to do is rap and not parody chap-hop, cause that's not proper, just not cricket. Put away your ukulele or I'll tell you where to stick it. I don't like your tweet, sir. Will teach you the professor's ready. Not, let's see who strikes the loudest. Lou, put on my fighting trousers. I've got super producers and fans that play me. You have a granddad's moustache and a ukulele. Don't look around, sir, I'm speaking to you. Roll up your shirt sleeves, Queensberry rules. Never test professors with the cleverest wit. Let's settle this like gentlemen armed with heavy sticks on a rotating plate with spikes like Flash Gordon. And you're Peter Duncan. I gave you fair warning. When this George Formby clone is performing, audiences go home before he begins talking. A new career might be more rewarding. I'm a bright Brighton peer, your rap's Piers Morgan. I don't like your tweet, sir. Will teach you the professor's ready. Not, let's see who strikes the loudest. Lou, put on my fighting trousers. I've not seen you at ciphers or workshops with kids or gigs, dear sir. You're not worthy of this. Sold out to Coca-Cola, used for a trend, and that means you're banned from using a pen. Hope it's safe to assume you won't do it again. Set foot on my stage and get ruined again. Be out, Mr. B. I set the egg timer. There's not room in town for two gentlemen rhymers. Leave town by the end of this instrumental. Yours, etc., etc. Sincerely, and so forth, Professor Elemental. I don't like your tweet, sir. Will teach you the professor's ready. Not, let's see who strikes the loudest. Lou, put on my fighting trousers. I'm sorry, Jeffrey, but it gets my goat. Gets my dander right up. It's bloody told him. No jazz solo. This is supposed to be a diss song. Jeffrey, get off the drums.
I love that R, Professor Elemental, and any time someone requests it, I will always play Professor Elemental's Fighting Trousers. Love that one. Really gets, as the kids say, you can really get jiggy with that one. Now let's go with Don Noon's Geek Revenge.
Back when I was a kid, I knew something was wrong. Folks said I was a bit too thin and my neck was too long. My dad tried to sell me to the circus one day, but the manager said I'd just drive all the people away. So as I grew up, I stayed inside, reading and munching grit, and I was satisfied. But I was always bothered every time I went out by a geek stomping, steak chomping, acephalous lout. Well, he looked like a Zeppelin, a real bag of gas with a big fat belly and a big fat head. a globular gibbon lumbering about, you repugnant acephalous lout. A cephalous lout roaming the street, stomping on the heads of all the geeks you meet. You filled all us geeks with rage and hate, and someday we're gonna retaliate. My brother got killed when you sneezed his way, and then my sister you used for a toothpick one day. Then you poisoned the lake with my cousin Dave. They were all so young to be sent to the grave. And then you tried to kill me with a 10,000 volt wire, but fortunately the only thing that happened was my socks caught on fire. But now I'm okay, and I've helped in the creation of the Anti-Fred Blassie Geeks Association. Cephalous lout roaming the street, stomping on the heads of all the geeks you meet. You filled all us geeks with rage and hate, and someday we're gonna retaliate. You see, our plan is to keep this song on the top 10 for weeks. 'Cause we can always count on the votes of the geeks, of course. We're all united, and this is our intention, to make you die from terminal indigestion. The cephalous lout roaming the streets, stomping on the heads of all the geeks you meet. You filled all us geeks with rage and hate, and someday we're gonna retaliate.
That there be Camilla and the chickens. forget you. I almost couldn't remember the title there. Well, Babushka's sitting here waiting very, very anxiously. She was singing along with the chicken song. Somehow, well, I give the credit to Camilla and the chickens. No, not the cracked windpipe over here. But, so, without further ado, I do believe we should introduce the Babushka.
Oh, that was such a good song, I tell you. That Camilla chicken, she's got some great rhythm. Oh, that's a rump shaker for sure. But I think I can do her one better. So, all you people out there in podcast land, I sings now. That I am the one exterminating sun, slipping through the trees, strangling the breeze. That I am the sky, watching angels cry while they slowly turn, conquering the worm. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. I slam in the back of mine, Dracula. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches and slam in the back of mine, Dracula. That I am the pool spreading from the full weekend. What you need nowhere as you bleed. That I am the rat feasted upon the cat. Tender is the fur dying as you purr. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. I slam in the back of mine, Dracula. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. I slam in the back of mine, Dracula. Do it, baby. Do it, baby. Burn like an animal. Dig through the ditches and burn through the witches. I slam in the back of mine, Dracula.
Well, I do believe we've been tortured well enough. Good night.
So just chill till the next episode.